Since after Nigerian match with Morocco that Nigeria lost, it has been a serious issue over the media. Some guys that doesn't have character have started turning it to tribalism and different matter. But there is one I want to bring out, and there's a message I want to use it to pass to the Igbos especially. Now pay attention. Let me read out what this guy said over the media. The name of the guy is Saki. He says Samuel Chikweze, an Igbo boy, cost us a place in the AFCON finals with that useless penalty he played. I'm suspecting he did that in solidarity with Biafra, because there's no way you are convincing me that that wasn't intentional. All right, so you know that they lost the ball because of penalty, and someone can actually make mistake. Someone can actually have overconfidence and play ball. That's what they call football as a game. That is why you must be curious from the beginning to the ending. But there is a point I want to bring out here. When he was making that comment, he used the word that he intentionally missed that ball, in other words, to please Biafra. So what it means that ball is like a protest that Nigeria have to lose because of Biafra. Now, if you are someone that reason well, you will know that that statement does not make sense. There is nothing that connects this football with Biafra. But because these people know you better than you know yourself as an Igbo man, they see you as a Biafran, they treat you as a Biafran, they treat your brothers as a Biafran, but you claim yourself to be a Nigerian. That is where the problem is. If you enter the educational sector, those there will treat you as a Biafran. Once you are an Igbo man, once you are from the eastern region, they will treat you as a Biafran, because there is a treatment they have decided that they will be given to anyone from the eastern region. That is denial. You will not have access to anything that others will have access to. You will not feel the same way others are feeling. They will always make sure that they do something to make sure that they push you down, that you don't have anywhere to rise, because they are afraid of the rising of an Igbo man. Yes, you claim to be an Igbo man and you claim to be a Nigerian, but those that are Nigerian, they see you as a Biafran, they call you a Biafran, they treat you as a Biafran. You know, some times ago, I also saw where someone was writing over the media that the Igbos, they are the one that dominated the super ego. Why is it like that? Why must the Igbos dominate super egos? And when I saw the post, I laughed. But let me answer that particular statement. You see, the only one reason why you can see the Igbos in the super ego in football, both the women team and the men team, you can see some Igbo people there and they are doing well. It is because of their talent. One gift that God gave to an Igbo man is talent. Igbos are gifted in every area of life. That is why there is no part of the world you will enter today that you say that people are doing well there that you will not find an Igbo man. Go to America, go to best hospitals in America, you will see Igbo doctors, Igbo specialists there. They are doing well. They will be among the best. Go to Italy, go to Germany, go to Canada, go to London, go to different parts of the world where you will see different sector, different field, you will see Igbos. Enter the economics, you will see Igbos. Enter business, you will see Igbo men. They are doing superly well. Go to the financial sector. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala is there. He's doing well. It is because of our talent and our intelligence. Igbos are blessed, and that blessing upon an Igbo man is the reason the world hates them, is the reason the world jealousies them, especially people from this Nigeria. How can you tell me that somebody missed a ball and you already coining everything to Biafra? It's because you have something in your mind. It's because you have something in your mind. My problem is not even this guy that is saying it's because of Biafra. My problem are the Biafrans that deny that they are not Biafran, that they are Nigerian. That is the problem. You don't want to accept your identity that people outside need to tell you who you are. Is that not shameful? And let me say this, you see this Nigeria, Nigerians are united only in one way. The only one time that you will say that Nigerians are united is during football. When you say that Nigeria is playing another country, that's when you see football. Now, knowing fully well that Igbos are the one that dominated Super Ego, and you discover that that particular Super Ego football team are the one that brings peace and cooperation in Nigeria, there is one thing you must point out there. It is because Igbos are there. It is because Igbos are there. It is because Igbos dominate Super Ego. That is why it is peaceful, and that is why it is bringing praise and harmony to Nigeria. Simon Ekpa, that is agitating for Biafra, you don't know who he used to be. He was an athlete. He won medals for Nigeria. But when he discovered that the people is bringing glory to, they are not doing him well, he shifted. The reason you are still fighting Biafrans today is because your eyes has not opened. It will happen to you. When Nigeria happen to you, you will know that Nigeria does not belong to you. You will know that Nigeria is not your place. Look at what happened to the child of Chimamanda. You know, Chimamanda used to speak for Nigeria. He used to speak for the best, blah, 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 blah. These people have never supported the cause of Biafra. It has, I don't know whether secretly, I don't know. But, you know, when you support something openly based on who you are, it's good like that. It gives other people leverage to believe in your cause. He lost the child. How? Because the hospital wasn't functioning well. I heard now that they want to sue the hospital. Where will that case get to? Nowhere. As far as Nigeria is concerned, if like if like win in the court, let it be that the court ruled that the government have to pay you billions. Shimbai, they will not pay. You will be there for decades and you can do nothing because this is a government. The Igbos are the only tribe in Nigeria that can actually bring Nigeria together. And the reason Nigeria is not together is because of the rejection of Igbos. It's because of the sideline of Igbos in government, in education, in everything. In everything. That is why the country is not one. Because the only people that have the spirit of oneness are Igbos. And you know, you will argue this. Igbos does not joke with strangers. Igbos take care of strangers more than the way they take care of themselves. I'm telling you the truth. It is a culture in Igbo land. Once they see a stranger, they will make sure the stranger is comfortable. And the Igbos travels to different places. And anywhere they go to, they develop that place. They don't travel to Jamaica. They don't travel to your village and stay in your village without developing. No, they will live comfortably, develop that place. They will work hard to make sure that they gain reputation, good reputation from where they are. Why they do that, they still make sure there's something they are doing in their community. That is the strength of an Igbo man, and that's why you are jealous in him. If you don't know, let me tell you this. The Nigerian politicians know that the only people, the only ethnicity that can bring Nigeria together are the Igbos. Have you seen an Hausa man that go to the east to go and make a very huge investment? How many of them can you count? Have you seen a Fulani man that go to the east to make huge investment? How many can you count? How many houses can you count built by Hausa or the Fulani or the Yoruba? How many company can you find in Igbo land? How many businesses can you count in Igbo land built by the Yoruba, built by the Hausa, or built by the Fulani? But go to Hausa land, go to the north, go to the east, go to the west, go to Yoruba land, you will see Igbo businesses established, registered, doing well. They will buy land, they will build house, they will establish as if they don't know where they are coming from. Have you seen any tribe in Nigeria that do that? And that is why today that they are using that against Igbos, destroying their businesses in Lagos, destroying their well-owned business, their lands, taking their land from them, both in Abuja and Lagos. It is because of the resilience of an Igbo man. That is why what is happening to an Igbo man is happening to an Igbo man. And until it's done to the Igbos, that the only freedom, the only thing that will make them to shine better is when they are on their own. That's when they will realize that they need to think well. If you separate Biafra from Nigerian today, Super Eagles will collapse. If you think I don't know what I'm saying, try it. In fact, before Biafra will be separated, remove all the Igbo players from Super Eagle. Put your Yoruba, put your Fulani, put your Hausa, let them go and play. Let's see how far. It's not by bragging. It has been tested and trusted. It has been there for long. It's not by bragging. Igbos are talented. That is why you can see them there. If it's politics where they do wayo, you will not see Igbo man there, because the Yoruba people, the Hausa people, the Fulani especially, they will do their wayo where you will not see an Igbo man there. And that is why an Igbo man have not been a president for a very long time. I'm telling you. Even when Peter Obi won 2023 presidential election, pop and plain, clearly the whole world celebrated that, but yet he didn't become the president. And I am very sure, even if he still win in 2027, he will not still become president. Do you know why? Because politics is not by talent. Politics is your capacity to lie and do wayo. So to you, this boy that's saying the ball was missed because of Biafra, just know that Biafrans, the Igbos, are the most civilized ethnicity in Nigeria. They are the most civilized ethnicity. That is why they are able to go to anywhere, stay there peacefully without fighting anybody, and develop. The only time you become jealous of them is when they start growing, start doing the things that you could not do. That is when the jealousy comes and you want to chase them away by force. The only one problem that Igbo man has, only one problem that you can see in the life of an Igbo man, is his willingness, his zeal, and his hard work. Apart from this, Igbo man does not have problem. That is one problem. An Igbo man is zealous. An Igbo man is willing to make his life better. And when it continues like that, he will now grow to an extent, start developing the environment. He build the house you could not build. You buy your land and build the house and develop. You become jealous. And yet you don't like them. Also, you don't want to let them go. Is that not wickedness? What can you call yourself? You don't like the Igbos. You don't want them to be free. You don't want them to go. Who are you? Is that not wickedness? Think about it. If you're an Igbo man that is watching this video, share it to create more awareness. Be proud of yourself. Stop denying your blood. You are an Igbo man to the core. Don't deny it. You are celebrated. You are doing well all over the world. Not only in Nigeria, they don't celebrate you, not because they are not seeing your effort. They are seeing it, but they don't want to give you the credit because of their tribal issue and their political issue. God bless you. If you watch to this time, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it to everyone around you. Bye for now. See you next time.